a craft cartographer or profession cartography check. If you have 5 ranks in profession guide or 5 ranks in knowledge geography, I'll give you a +2 on the bone on the roll. If you have masterwork tools, I'll give you another +2.
Is it time? Okay, perfect. No.
Otherwise, it's gonna. If you roll poorly, it will end up looking like a
garbage.
really
a napkin. Lemmy wants something. He wants something.
Sure,
he doesn't know anything.
Something is better than nothing.
Exactly. So 1d20. It's more basically going to start looking a lot kind of like well, anyways. 1d20
That's a nice
plus my
philosophical
int.
question there. Is something always better than nothing?
I don't know.
Depends how close to that reality it is.
If you have something that you think is right but it's wrong, is that better than not having anything?
What? Oh, it's just int, right? Is it int or wisdom, Marty?
It's
int.
Profession, right? Or craft. So up to you.
Profession's wisdom, craft is int.
I'll use profession.
Okay.
Typically, profession's only trained, though. I think
16.
Okay, so you've got a decent sketch of Miko's map.
Okay, so I'll write that on my character sheet.
30 gold pieces worth of materials to make it.
Okay, that's fine. That's fine. I will spend that gladly.
Cartography is an expensive task.
So 30 gold pieces.
Yep.
So 58. And instead of 88. And consumable treasures. Rough copy of Miko's. How do you spell his name?
Mikko.
Miko's map of the land, please.
Vosgard.
Okay. Okay, perfect.
Okay.
Thank you.
Now you've got some bodies that you want to interrogate? Is that what, or spirits you want to interrogate?
Yes. Let me just see if there was anything else, small thing. Quick chat with Silver Monkey. Because I remember there's a time we were sitting around the water.
Yes.
Hey, Silver Monkey, got a question for you.
It's Solva Mankey.
Solva Mankey?
Yeah.
Okay,
Zildan made the jokey
Silver Monkey.
of Silver Monkey.
Man.
And then he offset the joke with, "Want to get high?"
Right.
Silver Monkey, I got a question for you.
Silva Mankey is the one who's also been training you in your druid.
In the druid, yeah. So we're hanging out. I've got a question. Something doesn't kind of make sense to me here. The pool that keeps, like the reservoir, the spring. That's a little waterfall, but where's the water coming from? It's not raining right now. I don't see a reservoir. I don't see any mountains above us. Where is the source of the water that keeps filling in and falling down?
As I understand, the water does come from the mountains, but from deep within the earth. There is a spring that causes the water to rise, just as the rise of the land.
She points all around you.
Ah, I see what you're saying. All right, I understand now.
Some of the waters continue on, others are pushed up.
I get it.
The waters also exit by old tubes, she says.
Tubes?
Into the ground.
Does anything ever come up from here? By anything, I mean creatures? Or life, some sea life? Or not sea life, but, well, freshwater life? Like fish or some kind of plant residue or anything?
I've gone partway in. Swim as otter.
Right.
Where the water enters above, it enters through the ground, through rock. Too small for fish to swim.
I see, it's getting filtered.
The Oyster Spring is a powerful place, close to magic, close to the magic of the of nature itself. It is a place of inspiration
And this is when you learn, Lemmy, that you can actually pray at the Oyster Spring to do research for spells. Like, you can get inspiration from the spring itself.
Okay.
It is a marvel of nature, albeit a small one, that water would rise from the ground to its heights, and then come tumbling down and disappear. Those that understand its ways understand the course of water through mountains, the ways of underwater rivers, the ways of the deep place in the earth and the aquifers that no one ever sees, but upon which entire forests need to drink.
Harsh. Okay, well, thanks.
Thanks for listening.
All right. You don't have to get into it that much. All right. Okay. Awesome. Okay. Yeah. So now I'm gonna question the bodies. Before I do though, I'm
did
gonna
say that the cave itself, the dry part of the cave, is a dangerous place.
What's so dangerous about it?
Something is in there. Something that does not like to cross the waters.
Something. You're saying something unnatural, something evil?
Death resides there.
Really? Have you ever thought of destroying it?
Some things are best left undisturbed.
All right. We'll see how much XP we can get out of that one in the future.
The cave is also dangerous in that if you disturb the walls, there is a chance that you may disturb the flow of water. The spring would come from below. The world is covered in worm tubes filled with dirt and rock, through which rivers of water flow.
Worm tubes. Why do you call it worm tubes?
It is how I picture it in my mind.
Oh, right. That's a good way of seeing it, actually. Yeah, yeah.
The cave
I guess
is a dry water is now dry. Water once flowed through there. Disturbing the walls may cause the water to flow different.
Understood. Understood. It's best not to mess with it then.
Yes. The way it is right now is very pleasing, and it inspires those of Runeshot to remember the power of nature.
As they should. It's keeping us all alive.
There are some lords to the south that have forgotten. And then there are these orcs.
Yeah. We'll deal with them in time.
She nods slowly. Like, she's an elf. She'll be around to see it.
All right.
All right. Questioning.
Questioning. I'm going to ask
so
the...
let me just check the journal for a second, because you did not have...
This is going to be after I've leveled.
Yeah.
After I've leveled my cleric. So I can actually do it after the first 5 days. Because I'm leveling cleric first.
No, that's not how leveling works. It's all or nothing.
Oh, like 10 days?
Yeah.
Okay, no problem. I wasn't sure if... Oh, that's cool. That's cool.
Each
Not
week.
too upset with you, Marty.
Okay, so you do have on the 17th, how many third level spells do you have per day?
2.
So you can cast 2 castings of Speak
Right.
with Dead. Are you gathering any of your companions, or are you just
Yes.
doing this alone?
No. I'm going to speak with them. So, Galeth, Azildin, everybody.
At this
All
point,
right,
the
guys.
White Wizard's body is already burnt.
Is
You
already
guys have-
burnt.
You guys have finished your training.
Yep.
You weren't able to cast Speak with Dead on the old White Wizard.
Sorry, I didn't have the spell ready in time. I was still learning it, but... so here are the things. We've got these 4 fairly high-ranking...
Who have you gathered? Just your companions?
Booker, Galeth, yeah. Yeah, just the companions.
Okay.
Hey, fellas. So I've got these 4 folks here that I want to ask some questions. Now, I'm still learning how to do this, so I'm not going to get that many questions out of them. Probably just 2, maybe 3, but who knows, right? And I don't know how often I can do this. It's might have to wait perhaps some time before I can redo it. From as far as I know, this will be the first time I do it.
What exactly are you talking about? Says Alokrik.
Well,
What
understanding
are you doing with those bodies in there?
what we're going to do is I'm going to cast something called Speak with Dead. Allow me to question them. Talk to them, see what they were doing here, why they came, what their intentions were. But I have to be very selective with what we're doing, what I'm asking, because I can't do this very often. It'll have to wait days before I can do it again. And I don't have that many questions. So my plan was I'm going to ask the lower ranking ones, the Beast Lord, and then the other one. What's his face? The other guy, the Bard, the Bard. Sorry. and once we get some information from them, perhaps we can get more specific with the Doom Priest and the that alchemist fella tomorrow.
Buds know many things.
What'd you say?
Bards.
Bards, right?
Know many
Bards.
things.
True, bards know anything, but depending on how high level depending on how ranking he is in his army, he may not know that much. But we'll do our best. So I'm bringing this to you. I've already got ideas of what I'm going to ask him, but I want your opinions.
How many questions do you have? Says Oberon.
I believe it's only 2 per.
Well,
So the next time I'll be able to cast it on them would be probably a week from now.
Isn't that unfortunate?
I just learned this yesterday. Give me a break here.
Ask about the giant queen.
Well, the questions I was going to ask him was, what is the name of their home? Where did they come from? Not their specific home, but perhaps where is the queen located? What plane? What home world is it called? That's
Ask
one
about
question.
Rolof's rock.
Rolof's rock?
We found hammer. We need a rock.
Well, I was going to ask what I was going to do is I'm going to ask the alchemist fella how he's going to move that thing. I mean, it's some item, right? There's just some way he was there for some reason. First, I'll ask him why he was there, and if he does say with hammer, then I'll ask him how was he planning on moving it? Because, well, not to insult you, but you couldn't do it.
Wasn't there some notes to that effect in that alchemist's gibberish that we found? Says Oberon.
Yes, the very detailed alchemist's chemistry book of formulae that can make all the magic you need.
Right, but is there anything? Was there anything written about the hammer?
As
or
wizards can't learn from alchemist spellbooks,
Yeah.
alchemists can learn from wizards.
Don't worry. I've seen your. It's like reading open book. Very easy.
But he didn't have anything.
Alchemists also don't need to make spellcraft checks to learn from wizard books. They just.
But he didn't say anything. He didn't say anything about, like a, magical trigger or anything, or I don't know, lever or something to release it.
No. There's probably some word for moving hammer.
A word. Naljarkina.
As I said before, I've recognized the hammer from a drawing in the library of my home. It would be a
Right.
10-day trip to go there. Of course, you would have to deal with my family.
That is why we get the dog and the boar ready for traveling.
Naljarkina, Marty. He said word.
What's that?
Word to move it. He said. Euchre said word to move it. Naljarkina.
Sure.
What's he talking? I don't know what he's talking about. Whoa! The hell are you talking about?
Sometimes there are magic words to make magic items work. You know
think?
this from wands.
Oh, right. You think that this thing will function kind of like a wand? Like you got to say, like a special phrase and it'll release? Is that what you're thinking?
Are you
None of their number were near manly enough to move hammer.
Fair enough. He definitely couldn't do it on his own.
And you're a spellcaster?
All right, it was a good question. says Ilden.
That was better, by the way.
Bloody hell. I'm trying my best here.
At the break, you need to pop in a little bit of like Snatch or Lock, Stock, and Two Smoking Barrels.
Right.
All right.
Guy Ritchie doing something.
All right. So I'm gonna ask. I'll start with where's the queen with the bard and the other one.
We know where the queen is. She is to the west of here with her army.
Is she in this world?
Yes.
So that's a useless question.
Well, maybe
My
you should ask
main
what the
question
queen
for
looks like.
then my other question is what world did you come from, and how did you travel here? That'll give me 2 questions. I have another 2 from this other corpse over here. Now they may not answer me. They get a chance. They get a chance to. Once they recognize who I am, they may not want to answer. Depends. So.
If Oberon dies, are you going to ask his body questions too?
Screw him. I'll just toss him over the cliff.
What do you mean if I die? I'm going to see all of your graves and the graves of your grandchildren.
Not to me. I exercise regularly and eat pretty healthily. I'm gonna live for a long time. Look at me do my exercises. Here, I got good heart rate and everything.
Fucking 30s style calisthenics.
There's stretching over here. Look at that stretching, eh? I've seen this flexible before.
Sweating to the oldies with Lemmy-O.
He's winking at him like.
Perhaps just your children, then.
Get them to work out too. All right. All right.
How long do you live?
Who's he talking to?
The elf, who his plan doesn't have elves, doesn't know the fuck elves.
Elves live for a
around.
fairly long time. Wouldn't be surprised if Oberon over here is 300 or 400 years old.
300 or 400.
I am not that old. But I'm older than your grandfathers.
He looks like
My
he's
grandfather's
32.
pretty old. I had to tell you. I'm 50 years old.
Did I not
Yep.
put it? Yeah, Oberon's 134, although he's not sharing the age because it's bugging you.
Oh, my grandfather. You're not older than my grandpappy.
I am 23.
Yup, I is much older than you are. I guarantee you that.
Oberon's just ignoring you now.
No, I'm serious. I bet you on it. Bet you 3 sandwiches.
Oh, it's a good bet.
Are you going to cast your spell or not?
He's getting impatient.
I think I need 2
We
pennies.
derailed the most powerful magic in the party. Can't talk about sandwiches.
Sorry, guys. Alright, so I think I need
Oh,
2,
shit,
2
sandwich bread.
coppers and something else.
Locrick's just smoking his pipe, observing the party, keeping back from the fiddling with the dead.
Yeah.
Alright, let's see what they've got. So I do speak... Hold on, give me a sec. I don't know what language these guys speak. Does anybody have a comprehend languages potion? Or...
They can.
Right, they don't need something... hold on, let me see if I speak... so Gnomish, Sylvan, Vaslandic, Druidic,
Oberon's
Elven...
slightly shaking his head at how disorganized Lemmy-O is right now. Like, just... how it wasn't all planned out. He's now asking for powers so that he could use his powers. He's just...
What's it
this
called?
Look of disdain.
I'm not sure what language these bastards are speaking, right? Who knows? I definitely don't recognize... I don't know what they're like.
Snake.
Orc.
Do you speak Orc?
That one there looks like it's Orkneska, which means half orc, which means it's half human. And
So
what do the
Icelandic for
humans
that one.
here speak?
Yes, that one I gathered, but what about the other 2? Are the other 2 also Vaslandic? Or Orkneska? The main two I really care about are
Half-orc
the
alchemist, orc priest of Grumsh.
Let's start with the Orkniska.
Okay.
The,
The half-orc alchemist. This is the one that is
No, not the alchemist. The other one. The
Okay,
bard.
Orkneskar means half-orc. So
Aren't one of the bards or the beastmaster? Are they both orcs? One of them is an Orkniska, right?
give me 1 second. I can look. This was drum. The drummer was orc.
So the druid or the beast tamer is Orkniska.
I think the beast tamers were actually orc.
Oh, so there's only one. So only the alchemist is the Orkniska.
Correct.
Marty, Knowledge Arcana, will they automatically understand my language?
You can read the spell. I'm pretty sure it describes in the spell.
No, I know, but I mean, do I have the definition of the spell?
You know your own spells.
Yeah, you know your own spells.
Okay.
I'm not gonna be dinky.
That sounds like some dicky thing.
Yeah, that's like the dickiest thing.
Well, it's the first time I cast it, right? I just level.
Yeah, and you're divinely inspired and know the limitations of your spell.
Okay, so we'll try. We'll
Now,
try
if you're an
the.
priest.
So I'm going to ask them where they came from and how they got to. What's the name of their
you need to
homeland?
share a language. Is the
It's language dependent, I
the
think.
spirit knows the languages in its that it knew in life.
Right. I'm going to try Vasalandic because that's all I think that's all I know. Perhaps Giant. I'll try both of those. They did travel giants. They might
work for
understand it.
giant lady.
Not necessarily mean they have to understand them. Look how stupid these guys look.
Can anyone cast tongues?
No.
I can.
Can you cast tongues
Fantastic.
today?
I got you prepared today.
Once.
You can do it today. How long will it last?
Long enough.
All right. In order for me to cast this once, it'll take me 10 minutes. And it'll last for about 5 minutes. It'll last that long. Or just cast it as soon as I'm done.
He nods like he's gonna wait until you've finished. Although tongues last 10 minutes per level, so his tongues will last 50 minutes.
Awesome. Okay, so where's your home and how did you get here? And then if I can get more questions, it'll be what was the reason for you coming here, and anything else. These aren't important ones. These are the low level guys.
Does Galeth want to know anything from the enemies that attack this town?
Galeth is not here, sir.
Yeah, the party's gathered.
You're here, dude.
Conversation layer. Everyone's standing around Lemmy.
I lost map tools.
Find it again.
Close. You sure you want to close? Yes.
I asked who he gathered, and he said that his companions. So this
Everybody.
this is a
Yeah, you're here,
game.
man.
You guys have trained at this point in time. I know we're doing a bit of reverse time.
Sorry, yeah, just I wasn't here. Okay.
Galeth isn't particularly interested in that, though.
Okay. So I'll cast it on the on one of the orcs.
Okay, this
Start with the
would have
bard.
to be the 24th for Oberon to have known tongues. So yeah.
Yep. So I'll cast it on the bard first.
Okay. This is the orc drummer.
Yeah. Where'd you get your drums from? How are you doing up there?
Can you play this song?
How is the
Are you taking
afterlife?
requests?
How are you doing? Do you know how bad we kicked your ass?
Does Yar still hurt?
Can you still taste the water on my boot?
I just woke you up to tell you no.
Oh, and you wonder how undead got created. Okay, so
Got teased back into the life.
I had a wizard who did that before.
okay,
That's pretty funny.
so
All right.
so you begin casting this spell as you take out and unwrap the
I don't want to do knowledge religion. Should I be doing this here or not? In Silver Wormbine.
Sure, give me a knowledge religion.
Necromancy in the House of the Gods.
Yeah, kind of.
Some of the gods have some like necromancy,
Those gods are wrong.
Wrong, I tell you.
or are they right?
All right.
It says paladin right here.
18.
Sailor Wormbine, I believe, is neutral holy ground.
Okay.
Home to basically blessed by many gods and many heroes. So
Filthy neutral holy
do it.
ground.
right.
So neutral.
The paladin hates this place. The slippery slope of neutral.
Filthy
The hard-
fence-sitters.
The hardest people
Right,
to convert that are worth converting.
That are worth converting is that last name. It's
Deep in the
crucial.
heart of indecision.
Okay, so yeah, I'll cast it on the bard. See what comes up.
Okay, so you gather around incense and smoke, and you've unwrapped the body of this drummer. He still has his war paint on him. He doesn't stink because of the cloves and incense that you've packed him with, and then the spell Gentle Repose has kept his body from rotting any further. He's a rather large orc. Second drummer.
This is not considered a conjuration, correct?
Does it say conjuration? I think it says necromancy, but
Just asking.
you have the spell description in front of you.
Yeah, it's necromancy. Damn it.
The orc,
Damn it,
the orc has pointed ears. He's got sort of a crop of hair, like he's missing some hair on the sides. It's black, kind of greasy and grimy with sweat and.
He's got that soccer
Death.
player hair from the Euro Cup.
Yeah, it's just kind of like it's like a flat mohawk. You notice that up close, like his jaw is open, and they've got really, really pronounced incisors.
Yeah.
A very, very brutish looking brow. He's about 6'3", 230 pounds. Just a lot of meat. Quite strong. And you begin chanting, and slowly the candles flicker as you swear something moved past your feet, and you've got pins and needles around your left foot. And there's a warble in the flesh of the creature. It seems to be choking on its own tongue. What is your alignment?
Neutral good.
Chaotic evil.
Okay. So what
Bitches.
is Speak with Dead a language dependent or sonic spell?
It is a well. Here, let me read it for you. The part that you want to read is
I just need there's a subtype that I need.
Here.
It is
language. It's language
Okay.
dependent.
So
yeah.
his saving throw is 4 better. Okay. What's the DC of your spell?
17.
Okay, his will save is 4, and because he was a bard, he has bardic. He gets +4 versus language dependent spells.
Awesome.
So he rolls poorly. Finally, his tongue kind of flips out. There's this awful stench as like grave stench comes out of his mouth. Like
Best kind.
everyone's covering their mouths with this.
Smells like rotten wood almost. All right.
Thunder.
Did Oberon cast his
Oberon
beautiful
ca-
spell?
Oberon casts
I
tongues.
look over him like, oh.
People can share their comprehend languages if.
Yeah. Well,
What did he say?
He said
Throw a couple out.
thunder
Thunder.
in Orcish.
Okay.
Question 1. Type it
What
out.
is your home? What is the name of your homeland?
He seems to want to try to squirm away, but the corpse isn't moving very far. My homeland. Okay. The DM doesn't know what these questions were ahead of time, so just give me a second.
Yeah, basically, like, what is the
potato hoe.
no? So Lemmy's throwing this at him as, what is your homeland? Like, what is the name of your world? Or close enough.
All right, so those are 2 questions. So you asked those 2 questions.
Sorry, I only asked. Oh, sure. All right, sure, that's fine. What is the name of your homeland, you bastard?
The peaks of thunder.
Is the first question that he answers.
The
and
Peaks
then
of Thunder?
Yep, and then what is the name of your world?
Yes.
He's a bard.
Yeah,
So
That's
he should
the
know
bard.
about these things.
exactly.
Ruak Durak.
Ruak?
Ruak Durak.
Durak.
And I-
Alright, I guess he's gone now.
Those are the 2 questions?
That's it. Yep, I'm out. I'm done. Those
Is
are my
it
2.
1 question per level, or is it 1 question every...
It's
2
2
levels.
questions.
Okay.
Sorry, I'll just flip to it
yeah,
here.
one
So
second.
speak with the Ed. You get to ask him how many questions?
See, I'm very tricky with players when there's time to do something language dependent. When you blurt out 2 questions and you only get 2 questions, those are the 2
You get
questions
to.
that you get.
Oh, that's fair. That's fair. You ask 1 question per 2 caster levels. So yeah, and another level I can do 3.
Oberon
so let's-
just slowly looks at Lemmy-O.
What's a correct? What is correct?
Knowledge geography from Yggdrasil. Do I know what that place is? Or knowledge history, maybe? Have I been read anything about, like, this is where you shouldn't go? Bad place, bad chapter.
Uker recognizes the name because it was said during the scene with the old woman.
Hmm.
It's where the old woman comes from.
Oh.
Oh, I need cookie. Sorry.
Now's not the time, you bastard.
Uker's actually going to go fetch the old lady.
You can understand me for 3 reasons. I'm speaking your language. I've got the stone and I've got tongues.
Alright, are you casting another one before fetching the lady?
Yeah, I'm
or-
asking on the other guy. Casting the other orc.
Alright, he's casting
The
his spell
beast
again.
demon.
And
No, it'll last. He doesn't have to recast. Oberon doesn't have to recast.
No, you're casting your
I am. Yeah, I am.
Okay, so you've questioned the spirit of the orc drummer. That's an awesome bard power. I never realized that might happen. It's hard to make bards spill their beans. when they're
Well,
dead.
that's the thing, because seriously, you just need a couple like 20th level bards that are dead and just keep their spirits trapped to ask them questions about everything. It's about their knowledge. Anything they know.
Right. Plus 4
That
to
might
save,
that
so
might
you-
be a really good guy to cast. That might. Oh, I
We're
gentle
starting
propose those
to- we're
guys
starting-
again.
Didn't Odin have a skull called Mimir? Anyways,
Yeah, pretty much.
who are you casting your Speak with Dead on? Uker's running off while you're doing this.
Yeah, let him run off. I'll cast it on the beast tamer.
Okay.
So he looks at you guys. Before I do the casting, I'm gonna ask him how they got here, and how they left their world.
Okay, it's a younger female orc.
Okay.
She's got lots of bite scars on her, like on her legs and our hands. She's missing a pinky finger.
She screwed up a lot. Got it.
She's stronger than just the average orc.
Okay.
She looks tough.
Okay.
Okay. You again light new candles and sprinkle incense about her, and
Same deal. Let's do this.
her save is really poor. She rolls a 16, gets a 17 total.
Oh, I should tell you all sorts of stuff.
Yeah. Came here by spaceship.
So what are your questions? As she comes back, almost like there's the sounds of howling wolves or dogs coming out of her mouth as she comes and animates enough to answer your questions.
First question is, how did you leave your home world?
You is the first thing that she says to you in Orcish.
This might not go so as planned.
Somebody's grumpy in their afterlife.
You're warm food, but first you'll be fed to the dogs.
So how did you leave your home world? And how did you get into this world?
Your world is ours. You'll bow down or die.
To who?
Mulch your bones into dog food.
You know,
I've got
she
small
says
bones.
Crenshaw food. You learn the names of the weird dogs with the face foreskin.
Yeah. Okay. Foreskin face. Foreskin dickhead.
There are nickel dogs.
Word dickhead. All right.
Yeah, penis face dogs. Yeah, I met them. I just it's useless.
Okay. She swears lots in Orcish. You learn lots of swears in Orcish.
Just dismiss that spell.
Okay.
Gone. Oh yeah, we killed you. Boom.
You send her spirit back. The candles stop flickering, and everything is back to somewhat normal in the creepy cave. Uker
Well,
then,
she recognized who I was. That's for sure.
Uker went and fetched the old woman. You've kind of sent on this weird merry little chase throughout town as you're trying to find where the old woman lives. She doesn't live at the old crone shop, so you actually learn that she shares an apartment with Sarah Morninghawk.
What's it called? Blacksmith?
Are you disturbing them like at night? Basically, you guys waited until the evening to do
Yeah,
this.
yeah. I'm gonna
Okay.
show up there with I'll grab a something and hopefully a sturdy chair because I'll carry the old lady to the.
Okay. Sarah comes to the door. She just doesn't look happy to see you.
Can I keep you company?
What?
I need to have word with Catriza. You can come too if you want. There is questions about the orc.
You give me a diplomacy check.
She's the ball buster, and I've got balls, and they're gonna get busted. 18! Yay! That's
She
get a cod piece like I do.
She opens the door and lets you come in. And you eventually do convince the old woman, who seems to be a little more interested in talking to you, to come with you. I'm assuming you mentioned that you're questioning orc spirits.
yes.
She seems very deeply concerned with that, and both Sarah and Catriza, Sarah grabs a warhammer, and Uker, with a big smile, goofy smile on his face, comes back to Sailor Wormbine.
Calvin with Sir Galathan stupid over here.
The old woman pauses before entering Sailor Wormbine, and she makes this motion like this, that then she opens up like that. Kind of a
Protection
weird...
from neutral.
protection from neutral.
Sarah doesn't seem to understand what she's doing, but is polite enough to just wait until she's done, and she toddles up the steps of Sailor Wormbine. This better be good.
Hope so.
I see you travelers. Want to know a few things.
What? I'm sorry to disturb you. What the hell are you doing bringing her here? We gotta leave this guy on a leash.
She glances over at the wrapped up bodies. Through milky white eyes that may not see so well. Sarah is kind of there helping her, or has got a readied hand to help her.
Lemmy has can talk to the spirit to know why they attack and where they're from.
We're trying to understand a little bit more about what happened. Again, I must apologize for him bringing you here this late, but well, since you're here, I asked them where they were from and their world, their land, their world. I couldn't get the other one working, but
Thunderstone Peak in Urak-Dorak.
right, the Peaks of Thunder, and the world's from Rak-Dorak. Rak-Dorak, I believe.
It was the Jarl's predecessor that allowed me to stay here in Runeshod.
Is she? Are you from there?
Yes.
Huh.
Long ago, I was raised by the oracles and became one myself. I learned to speak to the power of brimstone and sulphur, the power of the mountains that do bleed fire, the mountains that smoke, the mountains that spew ash into the very sky of Ruak-Dorak. Those mountains that have shielded us from the sun, that allowed us to achieve victory over the creatures that lived on the surface. Ruak-Dorak is my home.
Is it still a home? I'm asking because why are the orcs invading like crazy, like they're leaving the place, you know? Pack up and get out of here kind of thing.
Why do orcs leave Ruak-Dorak? I suppose there are many reasons.
Anything recent? This current migration pattern that we're seeing is new to my land, new to this land. Is it because of this queen thing?
Very new, she says.
Not very new at all. The beating
I see.
drum of war is felt in our people. The rage, the blood. But still, the god Grumsh is hungry, and his warriors do spread for glory and plunder across not only the remaining continents on Ruak-Dorak, but also into other worlds.
I've seen them. They were on my world too.
What world do you come from, gnome?
Maybe Drysdale. The tree.
Yes. Then you already have your answer.
So you traveled through Yggdrasil to get here?
When I was young, I was captured by generals in Grumsh's army. They value our powers as oracles of the great fuming mountains. The strength of the volcano is the strength of Ruak-Dorak. They remember. And as an enslaved child, I made the journey across this great tree. I came here, through a great forest, and found myself in a barbarian's camp. I escaped, but only after decades of servitude to the changing whims of generals and warlords, those that piked and plundered and burned. This has happened before on other worlds. This world is in peril. These Vorslanders, Rovlanders, lake people, while they are very brave and their gods are mighty, if Ruak-Dorak turned its single fiery eye towards us, towards them, there would be a battle that this world, the likes of which this world has never seen.
Did the queen of Ruak-Dorak, or is queen of Vosland? Vosgard?
What queen?
Grenzelderk. Grenzelderk.
She does a cluck again at the name, like an old woman's kind of scorn.
Grenzeldek is a giant name, not an orc name.
The orc come here to find things for her.
You're back. Listening.
The orcs of Ruak-Dorak are many, and find themselves on many worlds doing Grumsh's will, or the will of our people. Many become mercenaries, or get caught up in other conflicts. It is hard to keep a moth from a flame. It is hard to keep Orc from being who he is. If there are orcs that serve a giant, maybe they are part of the armies of conquest. Maybe they are still doing Grumsh's will. No, Grenzeldek is not the name of a queen from Ruak-Dorak. There are no giants that rule over my people.
But there is giants who rule over the orc that attack.
Perhaps.
Do you know Plateau of Runes? This word.
Runes?
It is the word the orc gave this space. This land.
Yes. It is a way of describing this town, is it not?
It looks like name before town was town.
As I understand it, these Rovlanders, or Vosgardians, whatever you want to call them, Vorslanders, they may have battled the people that lived here before. Different tribes of humans. We're not so different, humans and orc. Grenzeldek sounds like a giant name. If she is a queen, depends what sort of giant she is.
I'm trying to remember the old crone's name, because I'm pretty certain it wasn't the old crone. Give me a second. Because that's a way to get smacked in the face.
Chala?
Chala. Chala. Oh, she was the crone. Chala mentioned she knew of Grinseldick.
It is a name that is spoken upon the invader's lips more often than not. Perhaps these orcs are doing her bidding. It matters not in the grand scheme. Raiding and plunder in the name of Groomsh. They may be mercenaries. I know not the whims of their current commander, whomever he is.
They want Olaf's hammer.
She doesn't seem to recognize what you're talking about.
You mentioned this before, Uka. Are you sure you do not have orcish blood running in your veins?
As she's kind of touching your arm.
I am. I am Urekun. My land does not know of orc. Kind of a shrug.
Then your land is fortunate. Or perhaps ripe for the picking.
We're a people of great war.
How many orcs are there on Ruach Durak?
Logric.
Yep.
There are many lands. I can only count a few that have not been conquered one way or another, at least in the time when I was a child. The far continent, the last continent, has yet to fall.
Continent, says Oberon. Alright, that sounds like there's quite a few orcs there.
Big island.
So are we talking thousands?
What is the word for it? Millions?
Thousand.
What is the one after that?
Thousand.
I believe you're talking about billions. Is that right?
She nods slowly.
Billions arcs, eh? Stompworth can handle them, can't you, Stompy? We Stompworth the 30th by that time. What? Nothing.
Mark 4.
Yeah. Upgrade.
Okay, so you've gathered
Mecha stump.
Katriza here to chit-chat about basically an orc planet. Like, probably the orc planet.
It's kind of what I was looking for.
I've got a question for Sarah.
Okay.
Is Sarah an Orkneska, or is she...
She's half orc. She's really big.
Do you have the orc eye?
The orc eye?
does that
Can
mean?
see without fire in the dark.
Yes.
Come this way. I want to show you things.
Okay. She doesn't like everyone looking at her. She's probably, for whatever reason, she feels self-conscious.
I want to take her to where the paint was.
Okay, so all the Orknesker have seen the paint by now. Like,
Yeah. I'm gonna go show her the hammer.
oh, you're gonna actually bring her to go see the hammer?
Yeah. She'll be able to climb and swim, I assume.
Okay, yeah, she'll go and see the hammer with you, and
I basically I go. This is the hammer I keep talking about, basically.
okay, she does try to move it, and she fails. Won't budge.
I point at the mark on the ground. It was over here.
She pushes and pulls and is not able to crack the DC 30 strength check. She seems really annoyed at this.
It was over here. Later, when I can walk out with it, I will walk out with it.
All right. So this is
that basically just so somebody here knows of the thing. Is part of it.
So I'm just gonna make a note that that there is a day that is the 24th that you guys you have a chat with 24th question to orcs via Speak with Dead, and you have a conversation with Katriza, the volcano oracle, or the Oracle of Ash.
Oh, she's gonna be the Oracle of Boom. I want to take her as a follower.
Lots of NPCs. It's an old woman who lavas everyone. yeah, that'd be pretty cool. And then Uker shows Sarah the giant's hammer. Okay. This is really meant for backwards for Lemmy, though, because you guys already had your chance to do this. So, Lemmy.
No.
Yep.
Yeah.
Still here. Chowing down on some greens.
You know that it'll be 7 days again before you can question these two bodies. Are you giving up on any of them, or are you continuing to gentle repose them?
Well, no, I'll continue to gentle repose them.
Okay.
Let the Oracle know.
Okay.
I'm keeping them. I'm making sure I keep them around. Perhaps there's at some point we'll get use for their questions.
She seems really kind of resigned with the fact that there is an orc invasion. It looks like she's been trying to find some place to live where she could at least be around orcish people, but not be in the hands of ruthless warlords that would just kind of abuse and use her for her powers.
Well,
and Sarah Motoring Hawk seems to be like her de facto bodyguard / nanny. She's an old woman. Are you the next evening? Are you going to try to question the other two corpses?
Yep.
Okay. Let's get to the questioning. To the interrogation of spirits.
So the all right. Again, summon my friends.
If we were trying to sell this to the paladin, that wouldn't be how we describe the behavior in terms of like the sales pitch on the.
Yep. John, you've been pretty quiet, man. Are there any specific questions you want to learn from the half-orc alchemist or the orc priest of Grumsh?
Nope, I'm just waiting for combat.
Sorry, man.
Waiting for them to spring up and.
All right. I'm gonna ask the alchemist what he was after in that cave, and based on that answer, I'll either ask maybe the password if he knew what it was, if it was a hammer, and if whatever else he says, I'll we can reconvene and see what the last question will be for him. From the Doom Priest, I'll ask him. Well, I already really got my question, but I got my answers from the others. He seemed like he would know more. Does anyone have anything in mind that might be useful coming out of this guy? Seems like a fairly high level up guy.
Name of General.
Why? We know the name of the queen.
There are many levels in some army between Queen and Little Captain.
Perhaps we can ask him how far away is the next army